What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bricks and Toys. Today we have another one of the Starship collection ships to build, and that is going to be the one right here next to me. I just want to share with you guys a really unique experience I'm going through right now. I have an extra phone, and it's not like that song, you know, I got two phones, one for the bees and one for the low, or however it went. It's actually, I have two phones, one my regular and one for my heart. Yeah, I am on a heart monitor for the next 30 days. I have a unique contraption attached to my chest, and every few hours I have to go onto my phone here and see if my skin contact is good with the patch that they put on my chest. I have to watch the monitor battery, and I have to watch my phone battery. Super exciting stuff. This is what happens when you go to the doctor and you tell them all of your concerns. You end up feeling like a 60-something-year-old person at the age of 33. It's a little bit of a trip, but I have high-functioning anxiety, and it's better to have answers than to keep making up what's wrong with myself inside of my head. So, you know, I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's something that I'm going through right now, and it's kind of heavy on my mind. It's not easy knowing how young you are, and yet you have heart monitors and stuff, and yet your kids are still in elementary school. It doesn't add up. But if you don't take care of yourself, this is what happens. And that's what happened to me. That's why I had this thing on my chest, is because my heart rate would easily climb up. But once it's up, it would stay up. Like that Cardi B song, if it's up, then it's stuck. And that, to me, was like a red flag. Like, shouldn't your heart rate come down after like 30 minutes to an hour, not 8 hours later, and it's still elevated? I know I had a viewer comment down below one time that says that I don't like your breathing or something. What I believe is what they meant was they were concerned for me. And if you're watching, I just want to let you know, I read your comment, I knew exactly what you were saying, and now I'm making sure that Bricks and Toys is going to be around here for, well, as long as the guy upstairs will let me be here to make these videos. Hopping back on track to a Lego and not a health consultation. You guys probably don't want to hear about that. You guys want to hear about this, don't you? I mean, I would rather hear about this than to hear about that. We are working with a very creased box. I'm sorry, this crease in this box drives me nuts. It even messed up my thumbnail for taking a picture of this set because of the glare it reflects. But anyway, it's a Tantive 4 Midi-Scale. Super excited for this one. It's another 18 and older. It's right there next to the Millennium Falcon we did a few days ago. 75376 is going to be your set number. 654 pieces is going to be your piece count. Not as big as the Midi-Scale Millennium Falcon, which was 921 pieces, but definitely up there and part of the same class. This one does set you back about $80 US, so only about $5 cheaper than the other one. Now, this is one that I am really excited for, and the reason of that is somewhere a long time ago, I don't think it was UCS, but it was definitely within the play sets, you guys got the blessing of a Tantive 4 ship. Now, the Tantive 4 is clearly the ship in the beginning of the fourth movie when it gets docked by Lord Vader, and that's when the bad guy comes in and starts choking rebels and just tossing crap all over the place. I mean, this is the beginning of Star Wars. And you guys got that ship, and I never did, and to get one now is a lot of money. It's definitely a bucket list set to buy that set. Like I said, I think it's a play set, not a UCS. Now they have the Starship collection, and now I can start with the Starship version, and I hope that this is just fine. I mean, starting with the Millennium Falcon, I immediately drew comparisons to the UCS Falcon, which I own, so that was really easy for me to see what these Midi-Scale ships are starting off with as far as detail and all of the good, you know, structural integrity and everything. I really have high hopes that not only does this fulfill the need for that playset for now, but it also exceeds. Because, like I said, with the Falcon, the Falcon is the best thing besides spending 10 times the money and buying the UCS version. Now that I know that information, I'm even that much more excited for this one. This is part of the 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars. And on the box, we got that little scene of the back of the ship as Lord Vader's ship's coming in to dock it and board it. So you do have that little picture to kind of remind you. We are expecting about 15.5 inches long and about 6 inches tall. So about 6 inches longer than the Falcon and about an inch taller than the Falcon. We don't have the minifigure in this set, but we're going to add a minifigure to it anyway, just to show you guys what it could possibly look like at the end of this video. And we're not going to really spend a lot of time talking about it like we did before, because that was the news of the Falcon that carries over for all of these Starship Collector sets. So now why don't you guys come on in and let's unbox this set together and see what we have in terms of build, stickers, book, and all of that good stuff. So come on in. To be expected, 2 punch tabs, 1 and 2. That gets the job done and open. Looks like my cat wants to enjoy this opening party with us. It is evenly stacked. I see a pry tool right there on the top. There is our pour and our book. And will you look at that? This is something that we did not have before, and that is a sticker sheet. Darn it. I guess they all cannot be winners and have printed elements. Sticker sheet is made of 6 different stickers. Out of those 6, 4 are duplicates. That's what it looks like, everybody. So that's your sticker sheet. I'm going to say 6 bags total. Let's break it down. Oh, we have some loose pieces. Hold on. We have some loose pieces. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of, what are these, 16s? So yeah, we have 4 loose 2x16 light bluish gray plates in the box. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have 7 bags total. I don't remember the amount that I told you guys originally. And after the 7 bags, we have those 4 2x16s and that sticker sheet. Now let's take a quick look at the book. Now that is not a flattering angle at all of the Tantive 4. I really do not like that picture that they picked for the book. It looks kind of like a bug, and I'm like, what the hell is that? They should have went with the side profile. Don't forget to get your points on your QR code. And then, going to the back of the book, they tell you how to dock it to the stand. Looks like you build the stand last. On the Millennium Falcon, I think we built it halfway through. And we are looking at 204 building steps and 131 pages. In the beginning of the book, we just have some brief stuff, like we did with the Millennium Falcon, about the ship itself. So that is the build unboxing in a nutshell. Now let's go to a campy time lapse of about 1 minute and let's get this sucker built, and then we will go and we'll do a full review on it. Another campy time lapse goes by, and we have birthed another ship out of the Starship collection. This one is not as complicated as the Falcon, but still very freaking cool. So now let's go and let's check it out. So here we have the Tantive 4. Let's go over the immediate details, and then I'll tell you my thoughts and feelings about some things. Here's the side profile. We do have some greebling up here, and also here and here on the sides. This is built like a 3-piece Oreo. Here's the cream, here's the top crisp, here's the bottom crisp. It sandwiches in together to make the rear thrusters. Coming along the side, we have these nice fin profiles, and we have this nice round profile right there. We have this nice ruby red, dark ruby red right there, contouring the sides of the ship. Here we have more greebling. And then down here, we do have escape pods. Coming on down towards the front, you can see what looks to be blasters right up here. And then up here at the front, it does look awfully small compared to the rest of the ship. We do have our first sticker element, I like to point out, right here on the side on another dark ruby red element. Coming around to the front, there you get a front look at everything, those blasters right there. And again, it just looks really small compared to the rest of the ship. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be. And then coming along this side, we are missing one escape pod. Does anybody know why? That is the escape pod that C-3PO and R2-D2 escaped to Tatooine in with the plans for the Death Star. That escape pod right there makes up the whole reason that we have the original trilogy. More of the same along the side with the greebling all the way down. It just copies over. And then we can move to the top of the ship. And again, we covered most of this. This is mostly a side profile ship. We do have a radar dish up here. And we have some interesting details right here. Here we have our first 4 sticker elements. These are in special order, so they kind of coincide with one another. You have some exposed studs up there. If you look at the thrusters, this one is white, white, white. This one's white, gray, white, 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 and white, white, and that dark burgundy. And then looking at the back of the ship, we can take the stand off just like that. There's one of our first issues is the whole stand does rip off the bottom of the ship. It's not supposed to do that. There we can get a better look at those escape pods with the one missing, which is really cool. Here we have the other 4 of the rectangle sticker elements right there. And then we have the bottom of the thrusters. These are all white, white, white right there, with this one being white, white, and then that dark reddish burgundy. So a little bit of a greebling effect. The stand with the components attached, that's not supposed to be. Same thing that we would expect from the Millennium Falcon. Printed element that says Tantive 4, and then it's built basically sideways brick style. Let's go ahead, let's reattach that. Once again, like with the Millennium Falcon, it tells you to put the 25th anniversary plaque on the stand, but in the book, it tells you to put it off to the side. I don't know why, but it is confused. So once again, we're just gonna remove our grill, put it smack dab in the middle, and then add our plaque. Now, we're not going to go over the discussion of the missing minifigure again. We've been there, we've done it. We spent probably 10 minutes talking about it on the last build. But if I was to add a minifigure to the set, it would be a very similar Princess Leia to the one that we got in the 2020 X-Wing, the last playset, the one that just retired in last December. Very basic minifigure. This one will run you around $10 as well on Bricklink. And I would just take off that grill, and stick her just like that. And of course, I would take this extra grill and just put it along the bottom. This is another set that would look beautiful with a minifigure, and I am going to be buying the minifigure soon. I just got to get some money set aside for things like that, and then I'll probably make a TikTok and a short of what they all look like with their appropriate minifigures. Maybe take the gun out of her hand and put like a square tile in her hand to be like the chip card would be the final touch I would do on this set. So there is one more detail. It is the scene of Leia putting the plans in R2-D2, and it is somewhere right here in the middle of the ship. So here's that video, and here's what it says in the book. Recognize these little characters? As Princess Leia stores the Death Star plans in her faithful R2-D2 unit, a relieved C-3PO catches up with them, and the 2 droids depart in an escape pod. Pretty cool that they put that little tidbit in there. Not 3 like with the Falcon, but a very important one nonetheless. This is the first ship that we are all introduced to as the Devastator comes in and basically sucks it up, and they do the first boarding. That's the review. Now, let's go and wrap up this video. Here we are joined with the Millennium Falcon and the Tantive 4, 2 of the most recognizable ships in the original trilogy. These are super awesome. Now, like I said when this video began, I don't think that we have a UCS version of the Tantive 4. I know we have a Play version. I need to buy one. But for now, I have this. I am so satisfied with this, even though the front looks a little small. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to comment your thoughts down below. And with that in mind, I can tell you that once we get a UCS version of the Tantive 4, if we ever do get a UCS version, just looking at this and the detail, just like with what they did with the Falcon, it's going to be amazeballs. Like, I can compare the Falcon in both ways, the 18 and older Midi to the UCS. I don't have nothing to compare this to, but I can look to the future and I can say it's looking pretty dang good. These two ships look excellent side by side. I really like them. I cannot wait to get the extra minifigures. I don't know why we didn't get minifigures with these sets. I have been thinking about the minifigure debacle, and all I'm going to say about it is with UCS sets, nowadays, we get about 1 or 2 per set, unless it's the UCS Falcon, where we got like 6. Most of the time, we get at least 1. And I feel like with these being 18 and older sets, it should be no different. We should have gotten a minifigure with this. We could have the Starship collection, we can have the UCS collection, and both have minifigures. A lot of people out there are starting their Star Wars Lego adventure, or they're just starting their Lego adventure in general. And one of the things that people want to do is they want to build up a minifigure library. When I first started Lego, I had no interest in minifigures, and then all of a sudden, the whole thing clicked in my head, and now I buy some sets just for the minifigures. Buy a Star Wars set, you of course want your favorite figure, or 2 or 3 with that set. And it's just a shame that some people may be starting their collections out with this, and they're just getting a ship and not something a little bit extra to really bring home the whole feel of the set. It is an $80 ship. Falcon is $85. We're 2 out of 3 down of the first wave of the Starship collection. I don't know if they're ever going to make more, but at this point, I really hope they do. I'm really, really enjoying these ships. I cannot wait to put this one where I have the Falcon. Well, normally, the Falcon's here right now, and just look at it for days on end. It is a definite recommend. Again, I'll say it on my channel. I'll say it once, say it twice, say it 30 freaking times. When it comes to Lego, Lego's expensive. Anything under $100 is like dirt cheap. Here we have 2 builds that fit under $100 that I just, 2 thumbs up. Easy as that. So that does it for this video. If you guys want to support the channel, there's 2 ways to do that. If you guys want to leave a little donation, you guys hit the thanks button right down below. Everything you guys donate goes for Lego sets just like this and Lego all around me. If that's not your jam, just hit that subscribe button and follow along with everything that we're doing here. We do everything across the board with Lego, whether it's vlogs, amusement parks, builds, reviews, mocks, city. We do it all. I have playlists on my channel for all the categories of things that we've done so far. So there's definitely a lot of cool stuff to subscribe and follow along with. As always, if you guys just want to share this video with your friends, I super would appreciate it. Like the video as well, and drop your comments down below. What do you think of the Tantive 4? Do you think that nose is too small? Do you think that they nailed the details? I love that little clip that I showed you guys of the dots being Leia and R2 with C-3PO just coming in like we see in the beginning of A New Hope. I really love that detail. I showed my wife that and she thought that was really cute. So what do you guys think about that detail? What do you guys think about the minifigure debacle? Does the debate continue with that? Up next on the channel, we're taking a little bit of a detour from Lego, and we are building our first Technic set in 6 months. Yes, 6 months. We have not touched a single Technic set, and we're going to break that curse with a awesome W14 build. So if you guys don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe. I will see you on that one. Thank you all for watching, and you all have a great rest of your day.